Hello, this is Joseph Rosey Rosenberger. This is my 2020 program update for process triaging for executives. Let me share my screen. I'll be real quick about it. Thank you. It's about how to build teams that handle maximum business process stress. It's a focus in the operational excellence area, talent development area, decision making. I've given about, I'm guessing 75 plus talks of this. Yeah, the 2018-19 average is pretty good. The last 10's 4.8 for content, 4.3 for delivery, 4.8 for applicability, and 100% recommendations. I've got a couple more talks this year, but that's where I'm at for the last 10. Triaging supports, by the way, the optimized decision-making model that came out of Vistage worldwide. It especially supports the leaders, their judgment on how they make decisions. And then when you apply this triaging protocol to teams, it's going to wonderfully improve the quality of the advice and perspectives as you reach out into the more complicated, more important decisions. The big idea of triaging is that business processes break as they grow. So make dealing with that natural breakage a competitive advantage. And so by process triaging, and of course we unpack that, you want to equip any one of your processes expert teams to handle maximum business process stress and build a more cohesive, situationally aware, emotionally smarter team that will then deliver the scalability that we want. The talk is mostly practical exercise. It's in 3 acts. We'll spend about 90 minutes more or less on the protocol itself. And then the really interesting, some especially interesting, maybe 45 minutes after a break on case studies. And these are actual Vistage member companies. By the way, we've probably triaged, I'm guessing, 75 Vistage member companies since 2014. And then we'll talk about what does team triaging look like. And it depends on how much time we have, of course. And there'll be video clips. You can watch it. So it's all real world, very practical. It's going to take about 2.5 to 3 hours, say 9 to noon or 8:30 to 11:30. If it's obviously a morning talk. Now, following the Vistage speaker program format, there's key questions and decisions. And of course, the key question here is consider your core business process from customer opportunity all the way through service or product delivery to posted cash. Okay, what is a culture of continuous operational improvement driven by those closest to the work? What's it actually look like? What's more dangerous, a process design failure or a process management failure? How might you prove that, hey, your core process is scalable, either to a banker if you're needing some money, or to an equity partner if you want to get an attractive multiple on your sale? But more importantly, in all of that is every business is going to have moments where it's in an extreme stress, almost like a medical mass casualty event. They just happen. Well, how might you lead your team through those moments? Because they're going to be there. What we know is that highest performing teams have very clear situational awareness and very high emotional IQ in that they can really issue process together. Very, very effective about it. How do you build that kind of team? Well, that's what this process triaging talk and exercise, that's what this is all about. Now, just to give you a kind of a teaser of it, in medical triaging, there's the famous 4 tags: immediate, golden hour, green walking wounded, and expired. But no patient care happens in triaging. All they do is classify, and then the caregivers are right behind the triagers looking for the red tags first, for example. In business process triaging, we're sorting or dealing with pain points, looking at their solutions on, hey, what kind of solution is this? And then we'll quickly size it, action item or project. Is it a big or small effort? Okay. And the idea is to be able to sort all kinds of pain points very quickly. Then, of course, look at that deck of solutions and say, okay, which ones should we work on? The idea of triaging is you have so few resources to work on things. Let's make sure they're working on the right things. So the talk includes each member attendee will actually triage one of their own pain points. It's very practical. And then when we talk about how you do this kind of industrial strength, what does it look like when teams do it? And we'll bring a couple of case studies, actual handouts. Yeah, as I mentioned, about 75 Vistage member companies have triaged in the last few years. The talk and exercise is ideal for guest attendees who work in the operations management space, your COO understudies. You'll want to invite them. I'm a very sensitive to prospective members, would love to have a sidebar conversation and really drive home the value proposition that the speaker network and the expert network available to Vistage members is just profound. I travel with my own audio visual. I just need to have some place to project, something on either on a flat screen TV or wall or a projection screen. I'm really low maintenance. Be aware, though, that members will often request guests from their company attend a subsequent presentation if it's in the same week. Okay, so chairs, as you consider this program, think of if you would kind of schedule your groups in sequential days. CE groups, try to schedule CE groups before key or SB groups if you have both. Because typically what will happen is a CE will want to will experience the program and say, I need to get a couple of people into tomorrow's meeting. Happens routinely. And then I do ask that at least for coordinators, try to schedule at least 2 presentations per trip. My day rate prevents me from doing a lot of presentations, and so if I can bundle a bunch of several of them at a time, that's really great. And I'll go out of my way to make it work for you. So let me stop my sharing here. I want to thank you, chairs, for considering the talk. Again, it's in the operational excellence, operational management space. It's in the talent development, decision-making space. It's in some leadership space on how do you lead teams in deep distress. But more than anything else, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to be in the speaker network. It's been a wonderful experience, and I'm just delighted to pay it forward. Thank you.